So I figured I better make one of these EDC videos, because I'm all super into that. I'm a gear junkie, and everyone's interested in what everyone else is carrying around. So we'll start with my pockets. In my left pocket, I've got my keys with my Kakashi keychain, always visible. Uh, on there, I got my car keys, work keys, house keys. Uh, I've also got, as my primary utility knife, this Ganzo Firebird G753. I actually like this model of Ganzo so much that I got another one in black and one for all of my friends. They all have a Ganzo G753. I also keep, I'm not sure what model this is of the Swiss Army knife, but on here it's got the things that I want, like this screwdriver, and really the Phillips screwdriver is the thing I use most. This is the reason I pull this thing out of my pocket, is this most of the time. Although just yesterday I found use for the reamer. If you have to poke a hole in something, the reamer is good. I never thought you would have a use for it. There's a relatively dull blade that's covered in tape from gummy things. I really got to clean that up. But it doesn't see a whole lot of use. It has a file that I'll use if in a pinch I have to play guitar and I forgot to cut my nails and I use these shears. The shears are the second reason I bring out these things. It was very important to me that my Swiss Army knife has shears on it. The can opener doesn't get a whole lot of use. If you can see, there's dust on it. Dust on the can opener. Yeah, it doesn't get a whole lot of use. In my right pocket, all the time I have equipped with me my Cold Steel Raja 2. I settled on the Raja 2 for a number of reasons. The blade ergonomics is not one of them. Although, it's perfectly serviceable. What I was carrying around for a while, and I will carry this too sometimes, was the Cold Steel Spartan. And what I like about the Spartan most is the shape of the handle, because it's not, if I have to push in, my hand's not going to slide up on the blade, and it's not going to fall out that way. The issue, though, is the tiny clip on here. They both have this wave opener, the pocket stud that you can grab onto it, and as you pull it out, this catches on your pocket and opens the blade as you pull it out. The issue with this is that the clip, you can't get a whole lot of grip on this. You really have to be super intentional, and when you pull this out, you immediately have to readjust, and that's not very ideal, having to readjust. So the Raja, it's a bit heavier, but it's worth it to me because this clip is so much longer and bigger. I can get my entire hand on that, and I barely have to make any adjustments, and I'm ready to use this if I have to. If I have to, And lastly, on my 4 o'clock, I have my Smith & Wesson M&P 9C Gen 1. And I keep that in this holster I found on Amazon. Now this is really, I think this is intended for appendix carry. Appendix carry just isn't for me, so I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this for the long run for that 4 o'clock carry. But it's doing okay for me for now. I also forgot to mention my phone. It's some kind of blue iPhone. Don't really know. Of course, that's a lot of weight. I haven't weighed this. Maybe I should weigh all of this gear and tell you how much it is and put it on the screen here. But as a peripheral, I have this Fanny Pack. Now, the Fanny Pack actually has come back in style. I've seen, since I got this, I've noticed a lot of people carrying around a Fanny Pack, and dudes will carry it around like this, like a purse, or put it over their head, over their shoulder, and like a sling like that. I have worn it on my back like this, or the typical around the waist on your fanny. And in this is a Carhartt fanny pack. And in this primary pouch, I've got my wallet with my license, my concealed carry permit, some cash cards, whatever. I've got this Altoids tin that I've outfitted with some. It's like a tiny little med kit for minor boo-boos and scrapes. I've got some Band-Aids, some alcohol wipes, some tweezers. I've got this flashlight. And the thing I like about this flashlight is its zoom function. You can zoom in and out, and that's come in handy in some caves. I'd have some bigger ones, but I'd rather just keep this. I'll put a bigger one in my actual adventuring pack and not my everyday carry pack. But I keep a flashlight in case I need it. I don't actually. This is another version of that same exact Swiss Army knife of the red one, but this one has a locking blade. And I'm actually not a fan of the lock, because it's tough to disengage. So that's why I don't use it really. But I really just need to put this in my car as a backup in case I forget the red one. Also in here I've got a bandana. Of course, multiple uses in the times of the extremely lethal and 100% deadly virus. It's always important to keep a mask, or else you will 100% be killed by the zombie virus. In this front pouch, uninhibited, extra magazines. These are 17 rounds. And they're loaded with 16 because there's a bit of lore. Not sure if it's true or not. I don't have enough experience to know whether or not this FUD lore is true, that keeping the magazine compressed is not a great idea. Keeping it compressed all the way, keeping that spring in there compressed isn't a great idea. Is it true? Is it not? I don't know. That's being debated to this day, but I figure better be safe than sorry. I have carried on me, let's see, like 40 rounds. If 40 rounds can't get me out of a situation, I'm probably screwed anyway. But I do have some backups on me just in case things get hairy. And, you say it can never happen to you, but it might. It might. So that's what I usually carry on me. That's it.